Hello everyone, what is going on and welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you are all doing good. We're back today and last time out, you may have seen it, we were so close to losing our first Bundesliga game since joining Borussia Dortmund. That 2-2 draw against Bayer Leverkusen. We were 2-0 down in that game. But a gift, essentially, from Leverkusen made sure that we weren't to lose our first game. But there's potential today that might be the case. First up, we've Champions League action as we face BSC Young Boys as we look to defend our Champions League crown. It's a tough group. You saw it last episode, but in case you're unaware, it's BSC Young Boys, Spurs and Milan who are in our group. And then it's Bundesliga time as we face Gladbach and one Bayern Munich as they look for some revenge, I guess you could say. But their start to the season, yeah, not good. So I'm looking at that game thinking we have every chance of picking up 3 points there. But without further ado, let's head ourselves into this game here against BSC Young Boys. I highlighted them as the team that arguably are our weakest side in our group. The team who we should be able to beat with, I don't want to say relative ease, but the most likely win, right? That's how I'll describe it. So we'll take a look at the team and then get ourselves into the match itself. We are away from home for the first leg. And here are the two lineups then. Competitor mode, of course, is activated. As always, finally we get to see the two lineups. I'll be completely honest. I know absolutely none of the Young Boys starting 11 there. And off we go then with the first match of the day. Dortmund kicking from right to left in this first half as we look for the dream start to our Champions League group. And as David Soria has some early possession, I want to make sure we're just dominating the ball as much as possible. One area we struggled with last episode was the possession stat. We didn't really dominate it too much in the first season here. You know, when we went on to win the treble, we were just very good with when we had the ball. But there's certain games where you feel like we should be a lot better with it and protecting it, as we've got slightly fortunate here. Big touch from Erling Haaland. And that is a massive let-off for BSC Young Boys inside 7 minutes, because when he's running down on goal, you expect that it'll be 1-0 Dortmund. And I'm not quite sure what the first touch was there from our number 9. I mean, as we try to prevent them from creating, Young Boys have just shown us how it's done. And Jan Palo has just given him an unlikely lead here. Fell asleep, quite honestly. We just, literally fell asleep. And as soon as you see that move kind of be put together, you can see David Soria's asking what we're doing, because from Dortmund's perspective, look at the numbers we have around the ball there. There's at least 7 players, or 6 players even, against 3. And they still were able to create that chance. That's appalling defending, really. Emre Can up to Haaland, flicks it on towards us. We've got Palacios over on the right-hand side making a good run. Here is Palacios. Now Sancho gets his shot away. Peterson will save it, but the response has been good from Dortmund. We've just got to remain calm. We know we'll create chances, but then when we do get them, we need to take them. And that was a fine effort from Jadon Sancho, but Peterson, to his credit, equal to it. And we have ourselves a corner then. 7 minutes to play. Eriksson will swing this delivery in. There's Klosterman, near post. And with Dortmund having 3 chances in this first half, we've kind of let BSC Young Boys off the hook, really, in terms of not being able to take our chances. Here is Eriksson. Needs someone to give him a run through the middle. We've given him somewhat of a run. There's Sancho. Peterson, again, though, denies our number 7 from finding an equaliser. And this is shaping up to be a rather frustrating night in Switzerland for the Champions League holders here, because they're doing everything they can to stop us from finding a way back into this game. That's now 4 chances, really, we've had. And still we are yet to score. The goalkeeper's having a pretty fine night by all accounts. Peterson in net for the home side. 19 minutes to play here. We've got Correa making a run down the left. There's the ball off towards him. And we really need something to go our way here. Correa, though, can't find a ball back into the middle. You're joking. How was that? Ricocheted back off of their defender onto Correa for a goal kick. Sums up our night here. Can you sense the frustration? I mean, we've just been told we're now switching formation to, I believe, a 3-4-3, I should say, of which we're now playing left midfield of that 3-4-3. But I honestly don't know how we are still behind in this game. They've had literally 1 shot. Llorente into our feet. We've got Eriksson to our left, and Haaland hasn't really committed to a run. And he's not really been at it tonight, Erling Haaland. Llorente, though, with the ball through. Big chance for Dortmund. Oh, my! Who is this goalkeeper? Sign him up. Sign him up. Are you actually having a laugh? I genuinely cannot believe this. Right, we need this corner to work out. There's the cross. Can we win the header? Lafort gets underneath it. Jonathan Tah back into the middle. Llorente will have it. Tah, we're still waiting over on the left-hand side. We scored a couple of goals like this in the Bundesliga last episode. There's the delivery again. Haaland off to Llorente. Llorente finds the ball back. Right-footed effort. Straight at Peterson, though. Needed it to fall on the left foot. That's like 7 or 8 chances. And my reaction says it all there. Time really not on our side here. Correa, Haaland, ball into our feet. And we've got space here. Over on the right is Sancho! Yes! Dortmund have done it! I can't believe I'm celebrating an equalising goal so much. But with 2 minutes to play, up steps Sancho. And we have our equaliser in Switzerland. It's been such a frustrating night for us, but I guess we have to say we've got the job done in the end, and there's no way Peterson saves that one. Come on! The referee brings the game to a close, and it finishes BSC Young Boys 1, Borussia Dortmund 1. We're held to a point in our first group stage match. Full credit to their goalkeeper, though. What a performance. Only an 8 match rating for Isaac Peterson. Are you serious? How many saves did he make? 7 saves. And a lot of those as well were in really good positions. Who got man of the match? Match rating. It looks like me with an 8.8. I've got to say, I think it should have gone to Peterson. He was sensational there. But still, we move on. We've got Spurs, I believe, next up in our next group stage game. So we'll look forward to that, and we'll see what we can do in that one. But for now, we are back to the Bundesliga for our remaining 2 matches. First up, Gladbach, as we find ourselves into 3rd because Schalke and Hertha Berlin have won all 4 of their opening games so far. And then, of course, it is Bayern Munich. So here we go, Gladbach. We may as well get ourselves into the next match and see how this one goes. Arguably, our easiest game of the episode was our first match, and we drew 1-1. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and find out. Gladbach 1 space behind us. 1 place, I should say. They have lost the game, though. They're only on 9 points out of 4 matches. We've yet to lose at all in the Bundesliga since we've come. So let's not have it here. There's their side on the left. Onyekuru and Draxler as the 2, I would say. Probably Thuram as well, to kind of keep your eyes on as the danger men for Gladbach. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, forgot to change my shirt number. Sancho's found a brilliant ball through to us, though. We tried to chip the keeper. I've done it a few times. Should have just put my foot through it and scored by smashing it back across goal. I was trying to be intricate, and maybe the goalkeepers watched a few of our games and knows that that's what we like to do in those positions. That's not a great corner, is it? But yeah, wearing number 11, forgot to change it. So I've made a mental note, and hopefully it won't happen against Bayern in the next match. Thuram somehow comes away with that ball against Emre Can, and there's a big chance for Mönchengladbach. David Soria, that's much better. There's been a few question marks over Soria in terms of his performances since we haven't really had anybody to be competition against him with Berkey leaving. A couple of goals that I felt he maybe could have done better with in the last episode, but that save there is much better from him. And yeah, it's a vital moment in the match, you could say. Here is Sancho. Over on the left is Jovic. Sancho now will play that ball, and Jovic will send it forwards. Don't think he had to play it in the air. Only one player in the box, though, to aim at, and that is Mr. Erling Haaland. But the cross was too close to the goalkeeper. Need to try and get more bodies to support the attack. But that's a great block from Eriksen. And it'll give Dortmund an opportunity to still keep the pressure on here. And some 1-2 play. It's brilliant. Can we find the finish, though? I wanted it on the left foot, not the right. Here is Palacios needing some support. We've now given him it with 3 minutes left until half-time. Ball into the feet of Haaland, who sends it back our way, but no way through yet. Now Emre Can off to Haaland. Much cleaner from Dortmund. And this time it's worked. I panicked. I didn't mean to chip that one. I was meaning to finesse it, and I pressed the left one instead of the right one, the LB instead of RB. RB, of course, is to finesse it, but it doesn't matter because you've got our goal. And it's probably what we've deserved from this first half. Wasteful Dortmund is what I guess you could title today's episode so far. But at least as we head into half-time, we have got the breakthrough. Draxler trying to open up the space for himself to maybe get the shot away, and Palacios sticks to him like glue. But somehow the ball has fallen for Henry Onyekuru, and that's a brilliant ball through! Are you joking me, ref? That's never a penalty! I need to see this again, but... we might even get sent off for this. Well, last man, alright, he says yellow card. I need to see this, though. I'm pretty certain I won the ball. It was a bit of a ridiculous challenge to make, last-ditch defending. But I am certain... Okay, no. No. We didn't. It's a lovely ball through from Onyekuru, and there's where the chance is. And if we take a look from this angle right here, okay. Absolutely no complaints about that. I take it all back. It is definitely a penalty. And it's a big moment in the match then for Mönchengladbach. And Thuram will take it and slot it into the bottom corner. Mönchengladbach 1, Borussia Dortmund 1. And we may have given our side the lead, but we've also conceded the penalty that's given Mönchengladbach the way back into the tie, or the game I should say. Top penalty from Thuram though. And actually looking at it back, I'm quite surprised we're still on the pitch here, because that could have so easily been a red card, as Draxler looking for a back heel to Thuram. I feel like the referee was a bit lenient with us in that decision, because we were the last man and you could say we denied the goal scoring opportunity. But we'll look to regain our lead then. And as we switch this ball, or attempt to, over to the left-hand side, here is Luka Jovic. Takes that really well. Only Haaland in the middle though, waiting for a cross, which Jovic does not send in to the box, but it will be a Dortmund corner. We go over to take this, and there's the delivery in towards the box as Hinteregger attacks it, but for Mönchengladbach, they have defended it. Henry Onyekuru is causing us problems down this left-hand side. He's certainly been Mönchengladbach's best player in my opinion. And here he is again on the ball with a minute to play. And it looks like we are going to be held to another 1-1 draw for today's episode then. The first one coming in the Champions League. This one now in the Bundesliga. But as we steal back possession, is there a way forward? Why is Haaland not making a run forward? Haaland, mate, you've got to run forward. Why are you running alongside me? Frustrations are on show today. It finishes 1-1, and it means that the Bayern game is even more important now. I said last episode we wouldn't make mistakes to allow them away into this title race. We've made 2. Leverkusen last time, and now this. So here's the table as things stand. Schalke are top with 5 wins from 5. Hertha Berlin have just dropped some points though, which does help us out a little bit. But if we fail to get a result here against Bayern, Schalke might be able to open up that gap of 4 points even further. Speaking of Bayern, they find themselves 12th at the minute and have just recently drawn with Frankfurt in a 1-1 result. So, yeah, not really the start they were hoping to have at this new season. But I guess it's a bit cliche. Form kind of goes out the window in a game like this. You know, there's just 2 really good lineups going head-to-head. So, form-wise, you can't really count it because it's all on the day and it's a matter of pride. Dortmund, wasteful in game 1, pretty average game number 2. What will we see from them in game number 3? Well, we're about to find out here from the Signal Iduna Park. You can see both lineups there, and Richarlison, their big money signing, is starting on the right wing for Bayern. So Bayern struggling to get their season started, but here is Richarlison down the right-hand side looking for a ball back into the middle. David Soria will claim. And even then, you know, we've also not really looked that assured in our performances so far in the first 5 games. And right now, Schalke are the biggest threat to our Bundesliga title. I didn't think I'd be saying that at the start of this season. Sancho's ball over the top. Is Jovic onside? No. There's the offside flag that we were waiting for. Kind of felt like it was certainly coming. Well, we're about 10 minutes away from half-time and no side yet to find the breakthrough. This might be it here as we try to turn back on the left foot. Rodri will prevent the cross, but it will be a Dortmund corner. And over to take it is Christian Eriksen, swung into the middle. The goalkeeper comes and will punch it away for Bayern. Now Haaland finding Klostermann. Jovic is there. No offside flag. Luka Jovic, though, can't quite get the shot away, and Bayern doing a good job of remaining calm as Haaland rifles it into the back of the net. Dortmund 1, Bayern 0. It's a thunderous finish, and it's his 6th in as many games. And when you see this, you have to say that Bayern did most things right here, just stopping us getting into the penalty area. But there's one thought in Erling Haaland's mind, and that's just to put his foot straight through the ball and try and rocket it into that far corner. What a finish from the big man. 55% of possession for Bayern so far in the match, but it's Dortmund who lead by a 1-0, courtesy of Haaland's fine effort in the first half. And other than that, there's not been a massive amount to separate the two sides. Jovic and Sancho combined. Sancho trying to play the ball through. Eriksen maybe should have gone the other side to try and find the run of Haaland or Palacios instead of playing it back this way. And that wasted a good opportunity there for Borussia Dortmund. But with half an hour to play, we've actually been able to deal with pretty much anything that Bayern has so far thrown at us. There was a change to tell you about as well for them, as Kimmich is on. Immobile replaced Kingsley Coman right at the start of this second half. So that was clearly a tactical change. That's a good looking ball towards the back post from Palacios, which Izzo has to deal with and send it behind. Can we find our second goal right here? It would be vital if we could. And there it is! Intega profits. Dortmund lead by 2. And as things stand, Bayern heading to their 4th defeat in 6 Bundesliga matches. It's probably one of the worst starts they've had for quite some time. But right now, we needed this result, especially with the draw earlier against Gladbach, and with Schalke still to play tomorrow. The pressure is on us to try and keep up with them and just not really allow them to open up a bit of a gap. I mean, imagine by the end of the season, it won't matter too much. I'm sure they'll drop some points. 5 minutes to play here, and Weston McKennie spots our run brilliantly. Can we find a third for Dortmund? The cross towards the back post is not quite my finest, and it'll mean that the chance is not there for us. But time is running out, and if you look at the way that Bayern have played, as Mariano will now play us again, we are a little bit wide here, but the shot is on, and it's into the top corner for 3-0. I'm looking at this Bayern side, and they are not the side to fear this season. Their awful start will continue, and they just don't look like a side who can challenge for the title. There's full time anyway, and it is Dortmund 3, Bayern 0 at full time. Before we go today then, let's take a look at the tables. Champions League, every team has drawn, so everyone's on 1 point at the minute. And we play Tottenham as our next match, which is coming up for you as the first game of the next episode. In terms of the Bundesliga, have Schalke moved to 6 wins from 6? Yes, they have. So they're still 4 clear of us. And Schalke look to be, at this moment in time, our biggest sort of rival, our threat. And there is a rivalry as well against Schalke. Hertha Berlin just above us by a single point. 4 wins, 2 draws, 0 defeats to our name after 6 matches. Gladbach as well, who we've drawn with today, into 4th. Down into the mid-table area, Leipzig are in there. Wolfsburg as well. And you see that Bayern now just in 15th. What? And even then, Leverkusen are dead bottom of the league. What are they doing? Both of them. They are not 2 sides you would associate with bottom half of the league. I don't know how to explain this, but they need to quickly turn this around. Especially Bayern. 4 losses already. You know, you've got to think that sometimes they win a title with less defeats than 4. So to already have 4, that suggests to me that probably this season they're not going to win the title. But we'll keep our eyes on it, and we'll see what happens in the later stages. For now, though, that's going to be where we end today's episode. I want to say a massive thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a huge thank you for all of your support on the channel as well. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. Until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, and I will catch you all again very, very soon. Much love, people. Adios.